Shorty Mona Lisa, I'ma play her like some violence. I feel like the island, we gon' take her to the island.
The expansion draft was crazy. It's the full roster for the Golden State Valkyries. The biggest surprise to me was Temi. I thought the Fever were for sure keeping her. I thought Nalissa Smith was gone. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Nalissa Smith was gone. I didn't think Vegas would give up Kate Martin, but now that I think of it, this might have been the best thing to happen to her because she's the face of this team automatically. I showed you guys like prior to the season, Kate Martin was outselling her own MVP teammate, A'ja Wilson. This never happened. Like the equivalent to this is like Max Crusty or someone like that outselling LeBron. So that's insane. So Kate Martin going to the Golden State Valkyries, this is perfect. She's like an instant, she's the face of the team. She's a star. I'm hoping that she gets minutes off the rip and she starts and they let her become, because if she even averages 15 to 20, people are going to support her. People love Kate Martin. She's likable. She's marketable. You know, like people rock with her. So this is perfect. Her jerseys, shoes, whatever she puts out is going to sell. Like I told you guys before, people didn't agree with me until later that if Kate Martin and A'ja Wilson dropped the shoe, she would outsell A'ja Wilson because she's more marketable right now. Remember I was saying I didn't feel like A'ja Wilson had a genuine fan base despite her being so talented. It felt forced. You know, Kate Martin, she has a good fan base. I was advocating for A'ja Wilson. I felt like she just didn't have a genuine fan base. She's on a team right now where she's the face and she's actually getting a chance to put up good numbers. She's going to take off. She's going to be a star. If she puts out a shoe right now, out of here. I'm telling you. I hope she gets good enough minutes under with this team. This was Kate Martin's interview. She said, I'm very thankful for the Aces, everything I got to learn there, but I'm really excited for the new beginning and to build something from ground up. Play some of her interview.
The Penthouse. And now you're going to be joining essentially a new franchise.
I'm really excited. This league is all about opportunity and, you just need one shot, right? And I am very thankful for the Aces and everything I got to learn there, but I'm really excited for this new beginning and to build something from the ground up here with the Valkyries.
You played for Coach Nakase last year in Vegas. What can you tell your new teammates to expect playing for her?
Coach Nakase is somebody you're going to want to run through a brick wall for. She's a truth teller. She's going to be honest with you, but she matches that with love and support 100%. So those are the kind of coaches that you just want to give your all for. And I'm super grateful that we got to build a relationship in Las Vegas and we get to continue that in San Francisco.
She was probably very big when it came to choosing you as part of this team and knowing you're going to be a great fit. And for you, coming off of your rookie season, what has your focus been?
Honestly, my focus has just been getting better. I mean, all around. I had a decent rookie season, but something that's really cool about me is that my ceiling is very high. So I have a lot of room to grow. Always working on my shot, always working on being quicker, but really being able to handle the ball a little bit more and freedom of my feet and defense. I know Coach Nakase hangs her hat on defense, and I want to be able to be somebody who can, be locked down the number one, number two option on the other teams.
I really hope she gets minutes out the rip. That would be dope. Like, I really hope she, gets enough minutes to showcase her full game. Because I think if she got 25, 30 minutes a game, she could average 10 to 15 in my opinion. That's perfect enough. She gonna sell tickets. She gonna sell jerseys. People are a big fan of her. So this is a good situation for her. A lot of people brought this back up, and Cathy, she spoke about the vision with these expansion teams. This was Cathy talking about her vision not too long ago. I'm going to play this clip.
Our plan and goal is to get to 16 teams in the next few years. So we're at 13 with the Golden State team. Our plan is to get 3 more in the next few years. We're talking to a lot of different cities. I think I've thrown out names before. It's complex because you need arena and practice facility and player housing and all the things. You need committed long-term ownership groups. And so the nice thing is we're getting a lot of calls. We continue to engage with cities. I'll throw some of those out there because I've already thrown them out there. We continue to engage with cities like Philadelphia and Toronto and Portland and Denver and Nashville and South Florida and probably forgetting one. But those are the cities we're talking to. But I mean, just last week we got 2 calls from 2 other cities, and these can either take a very long time to negotiate or can happen pretty quickly if you find the right ownership group with the right arena situation. So we're on our way to 16. That will add 48 roster spots in just a couple of years. That in a league of 144 is a lot, so that's 30%. And I think it'll be great when we get those done over the next couple years. So 26 is definitely our goal for certainly the next one. and then shortly thereafter, if not then, or the year or two after. So by 28, I'd say I feel pretty confident we'll be at 16 teams.
This is so cool watching a whole nother league just grow. I think this is really dope. This is either this morning or yesterday.
In Cleveland or Charlotte, what criteria does a city need to meet to get that bid? And do you have any updates on who you're looking at here?
Well, Malika, it's great to be here. I mean, to be adding just 12 roster spots tonight to make 12 more dreams come true is going to be great. And then obviously we had a lot of news this week with Toronto announcing their brand, the Toronto Tempo, and their logo, and obviously Golden State Valkyries yesterday also unveiling their jerseys. So as far as Team 16, so obviously we've announced Portland as well. Portland is killing it already on season ticket deposits. And then Team 16, as you mentioned, is out there.
The W is coming off in a season that has had unprecedented viewership, and the spotlight, it really is finally matching the high level of play that has been there for years. But with that, players have also said that they've experienced an influx of hatred, of racism directed at them on social media. You even apologized for how you've answered this question in the past. So with a little bit of distance here, how is the league addressing those concerns from players?
Well, obviously, we condemn racism, all forms of hate. What we're doing is we've already met with the Players Association about a multi-dimensional approach, including looking at a technology solutions provider, the mental health angle, physical security, which is on everyone's list after the events in New York this week, and then certainly monitoring as well. So we've met with the players, and we look forward to some action going forward this as we get into the season next year.
The WNBA has also opted out of the CBA, right, back in October. So can you just update us where those negotiations stand now, and is a work stoppage possible at all here?
Version of the NBA lockout for the WNBA will be insane. I'm not going to lie. That would be crazy.
Yeah, well, first of all, we're so optimistic about this league right now. I was watching some college basketball last night with Texas, Notre Dame, and so many great players. We're definitely looking at ways to have an encore off of last season's huge success. We brought in 64 million unique viewers of our game. So much opportunity. And by the way, economic impact in places like the Bay Area, Portland, and Toronto is going to be huge. And I think going to 44 games, going to a Game 7 finals, can you imagine this year if that Liberty Link series had a 7-game? It was only 5, but it went full 5, and every game was a game of consequence.
I am so excited for it. I have Kendrick Perkins, who is waving his hands, telling me, Malika, you need to make sure that you mention that he would like to see the Comets back in Houston for whatever it's worth. I'm just the messenger here passing that along. Cathy, thank you so much for stopping by.
They play their cards right. Thing could take off like wildly. They just need a couple more superstars that they play their cards right.
Whether you're into sports or not, I think 2025 is going to be the year that you become a WNBA fan. Whoever made this schedule clearly wanted all the smoke. First of all, there's going to be a new WNBA team this season, the Golden State Valkyries. They will debut on May 16th against the LA Sparks, so it's the perfect NorCal versus SoCal matchup. Then you got Paige Beckers entering the chat. I've been waiting for this Aura Queen to come to the WNBA, and she is going to be the #1 pick in the draft to the Dallas Wings. The tea is some WNBA experts are saying that she could refuse to play for the Dallas Wings because she wants to play for the LA Sparks.
Okay, and I think that's if she went to the LA Sparks and she does what she's supposed to do, that'll be even better for her, like as far as business wise. But Dallas is a pretty big market. Like Texas in general is a huge market. But I can understand why she wants to go to LA Sparks over Dallas, so.
But let's say she does play for Dallas. They have scheduled her first game to be against her hometown team, the Minnesota Lynx.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. Forgot she's from out there. Yeah, that's crazy. That's going to be... I'm telling the ratings the first 2 days should be insane. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all.
So expect this game to be nationally televised and expect her to go crazy against her hometown in her first ever professional basketball game. Now, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark can say they don't hate each other all they want and can say this rivalry isn't real all they want. But if you watch them play each other last season, you'll know it was heat every single time. Indiana is on the rise while Chicago is in rebuild mode, but these two are going to play against each other 5 times. Then you've got the New York Liberty playing the Las Vegas Aces. Okay, the Liberty are so petty because they are going to be getting their championship rings in their game against the Aces, who just fell short of a three-peat this season. A'ja Wilson, the best player in the WNBA, didn't get to win her 3rd championship in a row because the Liberty won instead. And she's going to have to watch them get their rings right in front of her face. It's going to be emotional. The Aces are coming for revenge. It's going to be must-watch TV. Now, given that Paige Beckers does play for the Wings, we'll see her play against Caitlin Clark in June, and that's going to be heat. Everyone hates when I say this, but Paige Beckers was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark. Like, she was the college girl everybody was talking about, making people watch women's basketball, and then she got hurt. And people were constantly debating which one was the nation's top player. So I am just waiting to see the media frenzy leading up to these two playing each other and to watch it play out. Like, it's going to eat.
It's either that game or some playoff game is the most viewed game, the most watched game in the WNBA next season. If I had to guess, Paige Beckers versus Caitlin Clark, I think that will be the most viewed game. That or some playoff game or the All-Star game or something will be the most viewed or the most watched game next season. And if I had to guess it.
If you know anything about the WNBA, you know that Caitlin Clark's fans were absolutely evil last year, and nobody got it worse from them than Dejanay Carrington. So the Sun were like, let's spice it up, and they are going to be moving their game against the Indiana Fever to TD Garden, which is where the Boston Celtics play. Like, it is a huge, super historic, iconic arena. So there will be a huge crowd. And on top of that, the Fever's old coach, who won Coach of the Year, is now the coach of the Indiana Fever. So they're also going to be playing against their old coach. And Dejanay is already expressing her excitement about it on social media. And all of the teams are being super petty and super creative, announcing their schedules on social media. Like the Dallas Wings, who are supposed to be getting Paige Beckers, had Keith Lee do a food review for each of the cities that they're going to be playing against. The Chicago Sky did that suspect running trend where they literally roasted every single team on Instagram in public. I feel like all of the other leagues are a little uptight, politically correct, but the WNBA doesn't care. Like, every team is being petty. The Atlanta Dream literally staged a cookout and made fun of all the other teams and whether or not they would invite them to the cookout. So when I tell y'all, I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
I wish season started tomorrow, but yeah, this is about to be a wild season. I'm looking forward to it. You guys, let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. Also, Unrivaled starts next month, I believe. So yeah, 2025 could be a big year for women's basketball. But let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. And as always, it's your boy.